teams who both won their openers.
It's been mission accomplished so far. Each off to whoever can come out of this one with a win and jump to 2-0 has everybody in their division looking up at them.
Couple of teams here who began the year with wins. Let's see who can make it 2-0 as off we go in week 2. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 media days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is mad. Play, and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly, the way that rocket arm could throw the ball all over the field. Been hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show.
And he's touchdown after a nice pickup there to get the first.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Offense to the line for second down.
Go.
Another try following the sack. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Ready.
On third down, Herbert. He'll get this to Tucker. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
It's taken in by Tucker. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Set. Go.
Herbert now off the play fake. Intercepted in the end zone.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
So the Jets take the field for their first drive. And they'll be let out by...
No substitute for experience, but it is totally true. Taking the reins of an NFL team as a young quarterback. You want the game to slow down, and the only way it slows down is to get more and more of these opportunities to go lead your team game in and game out.
They'll run here on first down. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Another carry for him. Has good room at the 35. Through the 45. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They get 38 out of the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing with a blitz on the way. McMillan hauls it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They'll try and punch it in. And a nice effort there to fight forward for a decent gain. Pushing the pace right away to start the game. Running for it again. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. This return starts at the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago.
380.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down.
Set.
They go to Barkley again. Hits a seam at the 40. To 10. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Single point. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. One after try good by Reichert. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7. Reed now to kick this one away. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. Returns looking good so far. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. Jukes out a one-stop. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
They'll get 18 yards there. And it's good enough for a New York first down. That's the end of one. Both teams. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Working inside the red zone. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it'll be second down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
The give here on second. Dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Touchdown! The Jets take a second quarter lead. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort there to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
Now Boswell on to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Steelers and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
What is it?
Starting on the ground here with Barkley.
Go.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this like that linebacker just did.
Run!
Herbert with a blitz coming. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz, or he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Good offenses, good play callers, know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go.
Set. Set.
Now Herbert to throw. Goddard makes the catch. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Give him 32 on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
380. Set.
From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your
Personal
big people
foul.
around you,
Roughing a
and when
kicker.
a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff is going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. The Jets out to begin another drive. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Taking a big shot for the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw doesn't, and now they face second down.